much could be different by the end of the year. Look at Atlanta. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Well, I think for the Thunder, they've really delivered so far, playing with incredible energy and just steamrolling lesser teams.
Now the starting group for San Antonio. Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Vassell and Johnson are the 2 and the 3. And it's Paul in at the point. And for the Thunder, Shea and Caruso are the backcourt pair. In at forward, it's Dort and Williams. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5, roaming the paint. It's still early in the season, Grant, but most coaches have their rotations worked out by now.
They really do, but if they don't, they better...
We'll make substitutions. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Devin Vassell is progressing offensively. He said, I feel like the game has slowed down, just making the right reads. I know I can get to my spots. I just want to show that I'm an efficient scorer and a willing passer. I'm trying to be the best player that I can be.
Yeah, love that work ethic, Allie. Thanks. Armstrong passes to Caruso. 6 on the shot clock. And it's off from three-point range.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Outside Paul. Pass to Sohan. Vassell outside. To halt the run. He drops it from range. Vassell's got 8. And here are the Thunder now. 9-point game. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Atlanta.
Yeah, it was relentless play at both ends of the court in that game. They were able to seize control and maintain it.
Well, those are the kinds of performances you hope carry over into some momentum for this.
And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Guys, thanks. The Thunder, last season's top seed in the West, but they didn't rest on their laurels. They traded for a lockdown defender in Alex Caruso and signed hard-charging big man Isaiah Hartenstein. With their improvements, this is a team set to continue its upward trajectory. They have tons of draft capital moving forward and a ton of upside.
Big moves. Okay, thanks for the report, Shams. You know, even though Wembanyama's first year was a tough one for the Spurs, there's a good outlook going forward, Grant.
And that's how it should be when you've got a generational talent like Wemby. The Spurs don't need to rush things at all.
Collins, he's checked in for San Antonio. Keldon Johnson comes in for Sohan. And he's good on the second.
And they're just hacking away out there. I mean, it's costing them, too, at the free throw line.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. It's Wiggins on the wing. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Armstrong. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 7th assist here tonight. Spurs trail by 14. Vassell outside. Outside Barnes. Pass to Vassell. 4-3. Nails it from 3. 11 points in the game.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Armstrong. Floats one, and he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Second personal foul. 15 foul. At the line for 2, Armstrong.
No good on the free throw. For San Antonio, Branham's checked in for Vassell, and it's Jones in for Chris Paul. He hits the second from the line.
And they've already made a lot of trips to the line.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Jones. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. And there's the lob.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Branham misses. Here's Armstrong. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder, up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. We've got Zach Collins, Harrison Barnes out there with Johnson. Then it's Trey Jones, and it's Branham in at the 2. He buries it from 3.
The defense gives Shea all their attention, and that leaves another guy open and ready to score.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Johnson with a bucket.
Johnson took it right to the hole.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They'll be off to Portland for a meeting with the Trailblazers after this one. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him, and you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
We're about a minute and a half into this second quarter.
Number 5, Armstrong. First personal foul. First team foul.
Collins finds Barnes. Here's Branham. Fires for 3. They get it back. Here's Johnson. Soft touch off the glass. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
And that one drops. And the Thunder lead by 17.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Jones, the pass to Branham. That's good, and it's Jones with the assist. Branham's gotten his first basket of the night.
Well, good decision by Branham, just taking what the defense allows.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Armstrong, no good.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
To the middle. Here's Barnes. Another shot, and he sinks the layup. Barnes has got his first points of the game.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
Here's Armstrong from beyond the arc, and then some.
He's going off this quarter, a huge reason why this team is on top.
Stan, one of the most impressive streaks in sports history, the San Antonio Spurs, one of the smallest markets in the NBA, making 22 consecutive playoffs.
Yeah, and Brian, there's nothing that I respect more than consistent success year after year. I think it's harder than having that one great year. What San Antonio did in those years is incredible.
And they had a great sideline reporter out here, too.
Good-looking guy.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, "It's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams, but at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out." Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
For your own city crew.
Getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Jalen Williams comes in for Wiggins. Dort, he's checked in for Joe. And it's Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. So San Antonio going with almost an entire new group here. Wembanyama's checked in for Collins. Sohan comes in for Barnes. Vassell, he's checked in for Branham. And it's Paul in for Jones. Here's a three from Paul. San Antonio again can't hit. Thunder leading by 17. Here's Williams. On the wing, Caruso. Here's Armstrong. Oh!
Wow!
Ooh, a two-handed power slam!
Well, Caruso is a very solid passer. He's able to recognize where there are gaps in the defensive coverage.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Wembanyama down low. He's guarded by Hartenstein. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. The Thunder have gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. Well, Stan, when you look at the history of undrafted players, few have been as impactful as Alex Caruso.
And you have to love the way he's done it, Brian. Grinded his way through the G League, won a championship, and now he's a first-team all-defense guy. Quite a story.
And the shot goes.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
Hartenstein with a screen on Paul. Armstrong passes to Caruso. From behind the arc. Oh, that was pure. He's got another one. Now 10 for 12.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Here's Paul. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shoots a fadeaway. Armstrong, no good.
Well, the defense was giving him that one, but he made the shot more difficult than it needed to be. You gotta play smart.
The shot by Johnson, no good. Got it off in time. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Oklahoma City with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Draw. They're thinking about the shot. Give it up for the participants.
Hey everybody, it's halftime. Boy, it's been a rough go so far for the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, the energy they're putting out is not going toward their defense. Problem is their offense can't keep up with those guys. So the D has to pick up the slack or this thing is over.
Man, you know they're getting an earful right now in that locker room. We'll see who's listening.
And now let's see who the winners of the Player of the Week were. For the Western Conference, T.
He's been a force over the stretch, getting to his spots, capitalizing, relentless approach.
No one's been able to stop him. No one's really come close. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Here's Caruso. It's a 22-point lead, the most they've led by. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Shea and Caruso are the backcourt pair. In it forward, it's Dort and Williams. And it's Hartenstein in at center. That's the line. And San Antonio has possession. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, offensively, Vassell is just relentless right now. And that energy is such a lift for his whole team.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. 11 points in the game. Here's Armstrong. Here's Hartenstein. Arms length from the hoop. He knocks it down. Hartenstein's gotten 4 this quarter.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
And Williams punches it home.
And the quickness in transition. I mean, I like watching Williams convert in these situations.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Pass to Vassell. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Coach, as you know, two-way wings like Devin Vassell are a hot commodity in the NBA these days.
Yeah, Brian, he's got good defensive instincts. He's got great length. And offensively, a pretty good three-point shooter, but his main weapon is that mid-range jump shot.
Here's Armstrong. Pure from three-point range. Armstrong's got 30.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
On the wing, Vassell. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Armstrong passes to Williams. And no good. 6 for 9 from the field now. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Here's Jones. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Armstrong's got his 5th rebound in this one. Fires the 3. Rebound by San Antonio. We've got 1:23 left in the third. Pass to Jones. Shot from the low post is good.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Step back on that one and let it fly. Armstrong's got 33.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Jones, the pass to Collins. Now here's Vassell. Defense is right there. Can't hit it from 12 feet.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Launches it. Armstrong with a bucket. Armstrong's got 9 points now in the second half.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
23 seconds left in the third quarter. Collins finds Vassell. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
Yeah, and that mid-range shot is really Vassell's primary weapon.
Here's Armstrong. He's guarded by Vassell. Right at the free throw line. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Armstrong's got 11 points in the quarter.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. And they've racked up a ton of turnovers. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And there's a bevy of young talent in the NBA right now. Who are you most excited to see grow into a star, Stan?
Well, what I'm really excited about, Brian, is to see which of these young talents becomes true stars, transformative guys. Certainly, Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama have already had this great rivalry. Scotty Barnes has become the next big point guard. We see Anthony Edwards, Paolo Banchero. There's a lot of guys that could be the guy, and it'll be fun to find out who actually develops into that play.
As the torch is passed, who's going to take the mantle? On the court for San Antonio, they've got Trey Jones. Barnes is out there with Zach Collins. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the 4. To the inside, Branham. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Armstrong, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. These days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
Williams is checked in for Williams. Here's Armstrong. He's guarded by Barnes. Wallace outside. Wiggins passes to Williams. Here's Armstrong. Shot clock at 5. There's the 3. Good! Another from 3.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got 2 guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. Branham misses.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Pass to Armstrong. Back to Wiggins. Joe with the ball. Here's Armstrong. Here's the 3. That shot off. And Grant, while we want the officials to get it right, I'm sure the league would like to shorten that time officials are at the table.
Tell me about it. You wonder if a time limit should be instituted. If they can't figure it out after a minute or so, Just go with how it was called on the floor.
The Spurs making a switch here. Wembanyama's checked in for Collins. Sohan comes in for Mamukelashvili. Vassell, he's checked in for Barnes. And it's Paul in for Jones. Oklahoma City has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Vassell passes to Branham, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And what a dunk by Branham. I like when he elects to finish with force like this.
Armstrong with a bucket.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Sohan outside. Up top, Vassell. Wallace with a double team. Vassell passes to Sohan. From deep, Wembanyama. And the three-pointer goes.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
Here's Armstrong. Off target with the three.
Just too many missed threes for him tonight. He must be sharper here down the stretch.
Pass to Wembanyama. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 6 assists now in the game. Here's Armstrong. From the arc. Rebounded by Branham. Spurs trail by 20. Vassell right side. Takes the three. Armstrong grabs the miss. The Thunder have got 2 of 8 shots to drop in the final quarter. The three. And again for 3.
And he's now set the team record for most threes in a single game. What a shot he's got.
A lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure the next one's going in. Pass to Branham. The 3 ball. Armstrong grabs the miss. Armstrong's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Thunder.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for T.
Well, that work he's shown on the glass has been spectacular. You love to see that as a coach.
If you get open, Paul will find you. Chris has the best vision in the game.
And it's good. 2 points.
This is what winning is all about. Playing a calm in the storm, and these fans are feeling it.
He's been raining them down from outside. En route to the most triples in a game in franchise history. So for Oklahoma City, Williams has checked in for Williams, and Jang subbed in for Wiggins. Well, the Spurs shooting an even 50% since the fourth quarter got underway. To the left wing, here's Castle. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
And Jones is a dependable floor general, someone you can trust to facilitate an offense and find his guys.
Here's Armstrong. Yet another bucket.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
And there it is for him. Armstrong's got 54 points.
Well, it's easy to see why they continue to call his number. He's delivered, and he's the leading scorer in this game. Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Armstrong, no good. Now here's Jones, covered by Joe. Knocked loose. And so it's the Thunder taking care of business in this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Ali LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the...
That's what I'm talking about. MP got the job done tonight, as usual.
So how you feeling about your recent play?
Not gonna lie, Coach, I feel pretty good.
So do we, which is why we think you're ready to run with the starters.
Coach, you playing with me? Oh my gosh, that's great. I've been looking forward to this opportunity.
Now remember when I told you this is a big boy league, MP?
Mm-hmm.
When the coaches make a move like this, it puts us in the crosshairs. It puts Cliff in the crosshairs too, because the buck stops with the general manager.
Well, like you said, it's a grown man's league, and if you can't handle that pressure, then you ain't gonna make it that far.
Glad we are understood.
Loud and clear, Coach.
It's time to prove you belong, MP. Good luck.
MP's an elite shooter already. To come into the league and knock down threes like that, I'm impressed.
What's up, everybody? I see MP's made his way into the starting lineup. That's good for him, his team, the fans, everybody.